The Duke of Sussex has been enjoying himself in social media posts during his short trip, but his older brother has been showing the world what he left behind. Sometimes there are moments in this royal writing and thinking adventure that seem almost to have been given by some divine force. Princess Margaret. This is the story of two Instagram posts, two posts that were published within about 36 hours of each other and that beautifully illustrate the vastly different paths that the lives of Prince William, breaker of dog bowls, and Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, expresser of many emotions, have taken. Hello and a very warm welcome to British Royal Daily Updates YouTube channel. The first post came from Nacho Figueroa's Instagram account, the polo pro who spent the last week traveling with Harry. First, they arrived in Tokyo for a sports summit and then went to Singapore where they played in a charity polo tournament. While the world was quietly adjusting to the new Harry on display in Asia, whose face could not stop smiling, Figueroa was keeping the world informed with this tame boys tour. There was the picture of them wearing sunglasses with the caption, "Shopping for our wives," in matching dad-style polo shirts, which probably made the Duke's wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, furious that he would bring her back some cheap stuff. Then there was an Instagram story from Figueroa of the pair playing table football with the caption, "First game to H, despite his squeaky performance. Now we ride." As if they were going to a battlefield and not just to amuse rich Singaporeans drinking cocktails. All boring, lame stuff. If only 9,500 kilometers away the Kensington Palace social media team had not been working hard, managing to outdo Harry's mini tour. On Friday, Buckingham Palace announced the redistribution of 21 military appointments, many that had been previously held by Her late Majesty, with the honorary roles being handed out like candy to the remaining small group of working HRHs. William and Kate acquired 6 new roles among them, something that their team then promoted on social media by releasing a video that resembled a teaser for Top Gun 3. There was the pulsing bass, the seductive, prolonged shots of helicopter blades, the collage of images of a diverse group of British service personnel protecting the homeland. It might have seemed more like a piece of propaganda put out by the military-industrial complex or someone who sells toilet seats to the Pentagon, but wow, it's an effective way to market themselves. Don't take my word for it, it got more than 2.4 million views over the weekend. We can only guess that the ancient Greek god Momus, god of irony among other things, has been busy here. The difference between these two social media posts could not be more tragically striking. In one we have a man who gave up his official status and cashed in the significance of his former working royal life to occasionally share a ride with Ellen, I assume, and the other who is becoming more and more like a Sun King in the making. Or to put it differently, Harry, who served 2 tours on the front line of Afghanistan, is now trying to recover his lost youth while on a cheerful getaway, while his archenemies, William and Kate, the woman who may or may not have made Meghan cry, are being awarded prestigious roles like candies. It looks almost like the life that Harry wanted, where service is universal and he can spend all day, every day supporting the armed services, has somehow gone to his estranged brother, while he is left creating tacky influencer content with a former Ralph Lauren model. It's hard to imagine that this is the life the Duke dreamed of back in late 2019 and the first days of 2020 when he and Meghan were outlining their plans for a bold new Sussex world. Instead of touring military bases and enthusiastically shaking the hands of the people who risked their lives for the safety of Britain, Harry's day job is now trying to figure out how to bring a romance novel to the screen to keep Netflix happy. The last week has seen Harry cast even further away into the outer reaches of the royal universe, the Pluto of the princely realm. As the 38-year-old packed his suitcase with Kewpie mayonnaise, the Buckingham Palace website was undergoing changes, removing the Sussexes' HRHs from their profiles, while also relegating them to almost the bottom of the list. The last spot was saved for the disgraced human Humpty Dumpty Prince Andrew. The timing of all this online ousting happening right when Harry is coming back to the limelight after months of hiding behind the tall walls and high indignation of the Sussexes' Montecito estate, is intriguing. According to a new report from the Daily Mail's Richard Kay, there has been no easing of tensions or diminishing of resentment inside the firm. He writes that a deep-seated bitterness remains at the constant attacks that Harry and Meghan have launched against family members through his memoir and their various television interviews. Meanwhile, next month we'll see Harry, this time with his fashionable darling Duchess by his side, head over to Dusseldorf for the next Invictus Games. The timing means that the Sussexes will be in Europe only days after the first anniversary of his late grandmother, Elizabeth II's death. Could this be a chance for a bit of a reconciliation gesture? Some sort of sensible decision made to invite the Sussexes to Balmoral to do some emotional healing? Absolutely not, according to reports which suggest that King Charles is still not very keen on getting that dusty olive branch of his out of the closet. Here comes a bit more of Momus work. Because while Harry and Meghan are being ignored by Team Windsor and are in Germany, William and Kate will have just enjoyed seeing their star rise even higher. According to the Mirror, the Waleses are set to lead the tributes to Her late Majesty and will deliver a public message honouring the life and legacy of the monarch. Charles will reportedly spend the day privately at Balmoral, the same way that his mother faithfully marked the passing of her father George VI annually at Sandringham, where he died in 1952. Not only might the Prince and Princess of Wales be about to get prominent roles, but just to rub some molten salt into the Sussex wounds, a new Gallup poll last week found that Prince William was the most liked world leader, out of a choice of 15 contenders, according to Americans. Next month, the heir to the throne will continue his accidental encroaching on Sussex territory when he arrives in New York for the Earthshot Innovation Summit. To go back to the two social media posts we started with here. Really, the story they tell us is like some sort of Alice in Wonderland scenario. While Harry has reduced his place in the world and turned himself into a much smaller figure, William grows and grows in responsibility and palace shine. I guess we've long since gone through the looking glass here, and Nacho Figueres and his Instagram account are waiting on the other side. However, earlier this month, it was reported that the Duchess now has her Instagram page set to go live after quietly preparing to make a comeback online. When the world finally gets to see her hashtag creations, it won't just be Maya Angelou quotes and overdone photos of her smiling blissfully in the sun. What better way to show that the Sussexes have found freedom far away from the rainy shores of the UK and Princess Anne's icy disdain when forced to listen to an explanation about the benefits of Reiki? Another source has told Page 6 that when it comes to Meghan's digital return, she has been talking with several brands to work with, and is particularly eager to sign with luxury jewelers Cartier, who we're told fear any deal could upset the royal family, as she works towards the future. Please wait, Your Honor, I have more. Exhibit C. Over the weekend, a piece in The Sun, full of details about the Sussex marriage, included the claim that Meghan is said to have several projects for her new Hollywood talent agency for the end of 2023 and beginning of next year. Exhibit D. It's time to make a tear-jerking romance movie. The Sussexes are trying to earn a living by doing something other than constantly criticizing the royal family on camera. Recently, it was revealed that Netflix has reportedly paid about $4.6 million, $3 million, to acquire the rights to the bestseller Meet Me at the Lake for the Duke and Duchess to produce for the screen. And this is where Operation Meghan 2.0 might hit a snag. While the 41-year-old has some experience in Hollywood, the Sussexes' producing credentials are as strong as the Hemsworth brothers at brokering peace deals in Niger. In other words, none. The Telegraph's Camilla Tominey has dubbed their lake project their final gamble and has reported that industry insiders have called the project a make-or-break moment for the Duke and Duchess. The Great Sussex comeback is clearly here, but will it succeed? Will it work? Will companies pay to partner with Meghan, and will women around the world click, buy and watch what she has to offer? And if it doesn't work, how much of a nightmare could this create for His Majesty? A palace insider has told the Daily Mail, if the film bombs, then they'll surely go back to slinging mud. Everyone's worried about the possibility of Meghan writing her memoir and naming the royal racist. This brings us to the real point of the matter. Because the best scenario here for Charles, with Meghan's rumored Insta return, the big projects being cooked up by her agents and Lake, is that they are a diversion for the palace. That they take up airtime and media attention, as we the media eagerly write about Meghan's line of signature aromatherapy products. But the worst scenario? That requires a glass of brandy for Her Royal Highness to even think about.